in.
Okay.
Pop in now, heifer.
Okay.
I mean, now to be fair, she can't really be anywhere.
She got a mask on.
That doesn't matter.
Oh shoot. You want me to stand back here? You want me to stand back here?
I mean, you could. That's fine. This is not what I was gonna.
Are you gonna get in trouble? If not, I can go finish on my package.
No,
I'm really just here to talk about the Mandalorian, honestly.
Oh, you late.
She can talk about it.
We did the review on that yesterday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact that the Mandalorian is probably one of the greatest things that happened in 2020.
Really?
Hold on, wait. Welcome to Press Play. We are the News 19 Nerds.
Oh.
What's up, Internet World? I'm Michael.
I'm Leroy. F 2020.
There we go.
And I'm Whitney.
This Whitney is here.
I want to say the real.
All right, calm
That's
down.
how I feel.
That's wonderful.
Yo, we're live?
Yeah.
I told you that. I definitely told you that.
I've never done a YouTube, so typically, like, when we do the other ones. Okay, I'm ready.
But you anchor.
Well, I didn't know that we were live right now.
But you anchor shows.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
She's like, those don't really matter. This is what's real.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, shit. I did not know. Oh, I got to. Ooh, I got to. Ooh.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you know if you sit on your wallet, your credit card number could be indented on the credit?
That makes sense.
Ooh.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, let me switch that. Because you can.
Yo, this is about to be a jumbled last
You
Let's
can
Play,
clearly see
20.
that credit card number.
What are you
Ooh,
doing?
man.
Hey, Brian. He said, "Happy holidays, fam."
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, we got our surprise guest, Whitney Sullivan. You've seen her in a few press plays. She hasn't been, or not press plays, but reactions.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't been in recent ones just because of COVID stuff. It's kind of doing whatever.
F 2020.
I thought we were going to do a review to, what was it? Lovecraft Country. But Leroy still hasn't watched it yet.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm behind on everything.
So we can't do the review.
I haven't watched Lovecraft Country, Umbrella Academy. I haven't started The Expanse. I have 5 video games I hadn't even opened yet. I just now, the only reason why I finished The Mandalorian because I stay up late at night. Let me tell you how bad my memory is and how bad 2020 is.
Do you want to move this stuff and sit?
Yeah.
No, I like being right here.
Okay.
Let me tell you how bad it was. So The Mandalorian comes out Thursday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning.
Yeah, Thursday
So,
night, Friday morning.
Wednesday night, I thought the next day was Friday. And I was up till 4 a.m. hitting refresh on Disney Plus. Why is it not Friday? And then I realized it was actually Thursday.
If you go back and look at some of the social media stuff that Leroy posted, he really thought it was Friday. Didn't you post something on Thursday? Friday?
And my homeboy was like, Brian Glenn, who runs Village Idiot, he was like, bruh. Because I was like, I didn't throw a chair at anybody this week. I said I made it to Friday. He was like, Negro, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
I feel like we should revoke his News 19 Nerds card. Because you behind, if you're behind me, bruh, you ain't seen Lovecraft Country?
Bruh,
Umbrella Academy?
I have not even started. It's in my queue, and I hadn't even clicked on it. You know, when you start something, and then you come back to it?
Yeah.
I hadn't even clicked on it. I barely made it through
We can do
Harley
a review,
Quinn.
because I got some thoughts.
Yeah, y'all need to do a review.
I got some thoughts.
So I can watch it after
so
I can watch it after I finish it.
I wanted
in
to have
2021.
everybody in it to do it, but it's fine.
Let me tell you.
What's up, Lauren?
Lauren!
I think I saw her at the Toyota dealership today.
To be fair, Lauren, we could have tried to use your internet to get you here too, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
She got 4G now? Because before she had 3G.
Well, she ain't moved yet.
Aw.
We not going to put Laura's business in the streets like this.
Lauren put her business in the streets.
Oh, okay, never mind.
She had previous episodes.
She should be right there.
Okay, I was trying to look out for you, Lauren. I didn't know.
White Nick, what's up?
What's up, man?
I forgot that they be wilding out. I was like, oh my gosh, is he allowed to say that? And I'm like, oh,
we're doing some YouTube stuff. What's going on?
So guys, Flight Attendant. I heard that's good.
Me and Leroy.
Ain't seen it.
What's up?
You know the only new show I watched?
All right, I'll look at it.
The Undoing on HBO.
Is it good?
It is, but I was mad because I lost a bet.
All right.
I'm 0 for 26 on bets this year.
Don't bet. This is not a betting year.
Oh no, I lost everything.
However, my mindset is, the Mega Millions of Powerball is up really high. So I'm thinking because I typically don't ever win, and 2020 is the year of.
You think that's what's gonna happen?
I might be able to win. You see what I'm saying?
I mean,
I understand the logic. I go with that a lot.
Like, it just,
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Amazon Tribe, what's up? I said hey to Brian.
See, Zaylin LaRue was like, I just finished The Outsider last week. I feel your pain.
Zaylin, what?
Okay. Son, only reason why we did Undoing, because me and my wife watched it, and we had a bet going on. If I won, she got something. And I lost, like, badly.
What'd you get her?
So we have opposite schedules, where she works and is a regular person, and I'm a vampire. So we bet if I win, she has to stay up with me. If she wins, I have to go to bed at a normal bedtime.
I think that's great.
I have a bedtime now.
Honestly, should have been.
But it apparently didn't matter because you were still staying up for the Mandalorian.
So Monday through Friday, I can kind of do what I want.
Okay.
Because she ain't awake.
Oh, okay.
But on the weekend, she's like, hey, we going to bed. I'm like, oh,
okay.
Time to go to bed.
Yep. Great. Whitney, I feel so bad that you're just standing here.
Please don't feel bad because, like, I'm working on that package and that story right now. I've been sitting down for the shows. Like, I feel good about this.
Okay.
I feel great about it.
What are you thankful for in 2020?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What got you through this year?
Okay, so.
I feel like we should put on our mask if Whitney's going to be right here, honestly. Because Rich Odell does watch this.
You know he's not watching this right now. Watch him pop in the chat.
Yeah, Rich Odell be like, actually,
watch him pop in the chat.
I have some theories on Cyberpunk 2077.
For the longest, I didn't think Katie watched it, and then popped in was like, "Hey, you had some stuff to say."
Go ahead.
Okay, so what got me through 2020? I'm gonna be honest. My family and friends. I have always been. If anybody knows me, they know how much I love family and friends. Like, okay, my community. I am even more grateful for my community because I would not have made it without them. Also, I was telling Michael this just a little bit ago. My counselor, shout out to her. Counseling has been so helpful this year as well.
Y'all, mental health.
It's so important. I'll tell anybody about it. So counseling has been a game changer for me. So yes, family, friends, counseling has been amazing. Y'all know I stay in the Word. Come on, Jesus. So I've been staying grounded. That's real.
It's not that it's not. Just the way you said it, I wasn't ready for come on, Jesus.
I'm gonna tell you. So like literally, it's been such a crazy year that it has increased my relationship with God. But that's a whole different conversation. But yeah. So all of those things.
That's good. That's
good.
Good.
Forever.
Rest in power, our King.
Do you know that some people? Side note. Do you know that some people were upset about the fact that they're not going to bring in somebody new to play Black Panther?
Because they look at it and they say the character's important, kind of like Spider-Man. We always get a new Spider-Man, we recast it. So I understand both sides of it. I really do.
Man, I'm just so Chadwick Boseman loyal that I was like, and then also who was gonna step in on that space?
Well, I will say this: don't get used to not seeing him, because I think what's going to happen is all of them are going to get recasted. They're going to have a new Iron Man, a new Captain America, down the line. Because, it's comic books.
Do you think that they're going to start exploring different universes?
Oh, yeah. Most def.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange!
Hey, son, the only people not in Spider-Man 3 is us.
This is my Doctor Strange.
I mean, everybody else is in Spider-Man 3. So. Michael, what got you through 2020?
I don't know. I'm just laughing at Whitney as well. Hold on, let me text Devin.
White Nick. I need to get him some glasses too.
Who is White Nick?
Damn it.
Anyway, what got me through this year was really doing this.
Black Nick, I'm sorry.
Doing this. Just having an outlet to talk about nerd stuff, talking with you, talking with whoever, talking with the fans, friends of the shows. Just rattling off stuff. I think we've done a good job of cultivating a community that has fun with each other, has different opinions, and we don't necessarily, even if we don't agree with everybody's opinion, we let them talk about it.
Yeah.
I think we do a good job about that. We are a small community, we're growing, but I appreciate that what the community has done. So that's what's got me through the year.
I love that. Do you know that there was one day, and I can't remember if we got it on a Zip Whip or in a Facebook comment, but somebody said, I meant to send this to you guys, I'm sorry. They said, I miss the News 19 nerds. When are we going to get more content? I should have screamed.
So
and I remember like, oh my God, this was right in the middle of the show. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to send this to Leroy. and Michael, but I completely forgot.
Nice.
But it happened.
But that's cool. That's cool. To answer that question, if they are watching, maybe 2021 we'll pick it back up.
I mean,
we will.
2021 got to come in a little less harder than 2020, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Every week I was dodging.
Yeah.
Like every time
it was a Matrix.
Every time my phone buzzed, I was like, Lord, what is this now?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we started the year with the world on fire, and we, you know, it's not on fire anymore, but
it's smoldering.
Embers
are still kind of...
Somebody, you know that meme where the guy's got the stick? Come on, do something.
Yeah.
That's pretty much 2020 right now. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
What about you? I know. Talk about it.
For me, that was the most stressful thing for me. Having Evan, because I'm not a very good emotional person. I don't deal with emotions well, I know. Shout out to the therapists out there, 2020. So I don't know if y'all remember when we did the story about black women who died during childbirth. Yep. My biggest fear is my wife and Alicia did these round of stories, and then Katie got sick. She had to go to the hospital. Then we stayed, and I didn't know what was wrong. Like on a Monday, I just broke and was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're going to let me back in the hospital. I'm about to fight this nurse. Like, it was just all kind of crazy. And then he came. And then I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a dad. He crying. I don't know what he need. And it has been fun exposing him to nerd stuff, even though he don't know what the hell is going on. We watch Lower Decks together. We watch Batman Lego movie. I put him on a Roomba and let him run around on a Roomba. I got a Star Wars helmet I put him in. My cousin sent me a Black Panther outfit, and my wife posed him, and she was like Blackish Panther, because he a little light bright.
I love it!
So for me, 2020 was basically, what helped me was learning to master my emotions and getting through, because it has been a hard year. Just if it's just you. The hardest part for me was trying to find my center and understanding all of this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Like, we come to work every day and it was something like, oh, the city's on fire. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. It's just like, why that cop car rolling down the street on fire? And we have to we have to do that news. Mm-hmm. Or, when I remember when my wife went to the hospital and we did a press conference and I'm sitting there. I had to come in early. My wife talked about she's in pain. I had to call my mom and my sister to take her. And Henry Master sitting on the screen talking about, yeah, we go not let visitors into the hospital anymore. Mm-hmm. I almost quit that day. Like, it was that real. And learning how to, not, put a hole in a wall.
That's important.
So that has been, relearning how to love nerd stuff, and then, not let the world get to you to the point where you're, so upset and so down. So, because, Lower Decks, I ain't gonna lie, I cried a lot during shows this year. I was just, I don't know. Y'all don't understand. Last year, The Watchmen, that scene where Regina King came out bussing with the sticky and the icky, and my man came out, Abdul
somebody asked, is that Anna Grace? No, that's not Anna Grace.
No.
That's Whitney Sullivan.
Yeah.
They both have curly hair.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yes, that is Whitney Sullivan.
Okay. AG is awesome.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, I bawled. And at the end of the Outsider, and because it was dealing with kids, I didn't know if I could finish it. It was it really made me really reappreciate nerd stuff and why we do this and getting back into it. Because I watched the Lego Batman just yo, this is wild. Just enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And before you would watch it, you would look for little stuff, but just watch something just to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just that turn your phone off and just chill.
I think one of the things that this year has taught so many people is what's important, and it puts things into perspective. And I think also too, I feel like we live in a world where where our schedule dictates our life instead of us dictating our schedule. Sure. And we live so jam packed that we're just getting from moment to moment And I think this forced us to slow down and recognize A, what's really important, and B, also to just enjoy moments and to just enjoy life. And I think for me, like, I think this is I found my voice this year, but I also have started to realize that I didn't even really know what I enjoyed doing because I was always busy doing something, and so I've like started to find things that I enjoy again, you know. So I think there have been some positives that have come out of a very challenging year.
For sure.
Because I mean, if you made it this far, ain't nothing that can break you now.
It will keep on turning.
I mean,
just keep trucking.
If you go, I mean, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It has been hard, but it has been some great moments in 2020.
There have been some great moments.
He's from Chicago says, you know, if someone came for Leroy, Katie would bust out a sawed-off shotgun and go blast.
Let me tell you right now.
So
I tell a story with a woman in it, and Katie is like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, I'm like,
yes, the dope games are played. Okay.
So yeah, but there have been some great moments in 2020. We got some really good stuff. When you talk about Lovecraft Country, for me it was the last season of the Clone Wars. For others, it was Mandalorian.
It was so good.
I mean,
and I'm gonna be okay. So y'all, I'm still scarred for life, and I hate to bring this back up, y'all. If you have like finally healed through this, I haven't healed through it. So the Game of Thrones last 2 seasons makes me very scared to watch the ending of any show that has been really good because that was such an epic fail. And so I got very concerned when I was watching The Mandalorian and when I was watching Lovecraft Country. I was like, oh my gosh. When I was watching Watchmen, how y'all gonna end this show? Is it gonna be cheesy? Is it gonna be terrible? Did I waste my time? And I watched some, and all of them I thought had really good endings.
Yeah.
I was happy.
I agree with that, for sure. Give us your thoughts on Mandalorian. You were coming out here to give us your thoughts on Mandalorian.
Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened. So, I actually only watched...
Wait, what happened with you or with the show? Because we know what happened with the show.
With me.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Because I know y'all don't want the recap of the show, even though I love Grogu and I want one. So, yeah. I heard about The Mandalorian being great, but I thought because I had not watched all of the Star Wars... Like, I haven't watched any Star Wars films all the way through, that I could not get into The Mandalorian. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. We don't
have enough time, I guess.
We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going.
Because I'll be honest with you, I know a lot of people like that.
Boom, right? So I was like, well, I guess The Mandalorian isn't for me. Well, one day, I was taking out my box braids or my knotless braids, and I was like, okay, well, let me try out Mandalorian. I'm telling you, I was hooked. Like, I watched the first season in 2 days, and then I was caught up on the second season in like 2 days, and then I like caught up with everybody. It was excellent, and this is what I think might happen for a lot of people who are like me. I think that it's going to inspire people to go back and watch all the Star Wars films.
Now you say that, so I have a question. So I talked about this before in our review. When some of the cameos happened in season 2, they didn't mean as much to me because I didn't know who these people were. But like, so when you saw Ahsoka Tano or you saw Bo-Katan, did that mean anything to you?
So the person I was watching it with knew all of the...
Who the people were.
Yeah, so so Joey knew all the people, and he would be like, "Oh my gosh, Bo-Katan!"
Yeah.
And like we didn't even watch all the episodes together.
We
didn't watch all the episodes together, so then he would be like, "Man," that we would like catch up on the episodes. He'd be like, "Man, did you just see Bo-Katan?" I was like, "You talking about the dude who took the suit?" And he explained the importance of who he was, and so I thoroughly enjoyed Mandalorian. I'm thinking about going back and watching like some of the Star Wars films. Here's my question though, nobody had the answer for. Have stormtroopers always been terrible shots?
Yes.
Are they historically known for that?
Yes.
Because at this point, you can sign me up and I can knock some of them off because they were terrible.
Yeah. And then you know the sad part is?
What?
The Mandalorian, they got better. They actually used tactics. Before, they would just send a whole bunch of people out, just hope them overwhelming force.
Yeah.
Now, this is the reason why I'm probably not going to actually watch all the Star Wars films. Because it's very depressing. Like,
no.
I know.
You think they're depressing?
I know. Like, The Mandalorian is, like, the latest happenings of what happened in all these planets. And, like, everybody is dead.
Nah.
No.
They're very
Everybody is dead.
Nah. Some people are dead.
Don't get me wrong. There are some depressing moments, but there are awesome moments in Star Wars.
I would say the only trilogy that kind of ends on a sour note is the prequels, just because we knew what was coming with 4, 5, and 6.
I just feel like
4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, they end happily.
I feel like everybody got God, nobody has families, and I'm like, that's just really heavy, and I don't want to watch that. So I don't know, but I might not jump in on the Star Wars.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So this is the one thing, and this
is Chicago says stop with Return of the Jedi.
Everybody, so I will say this, and this is the one thing as a now an adult who's more mature, and what Whitney says is very, what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase. That's a common theme with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of people you brought up in our newsroom is the same way. They're not following Star Wars like we do. But they watched The Mandalorian and they were like, I'm in this. Mm-hmm. And they can appreciate it. And that's, to me, what Star Wars should be.
Is this a Mandalorian?
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
More or less.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cute!
Yeah. My brother,
you have been in here before.
I probably never paid any attention because I didn't know the historical, cultural significance of this
fair enough.
figure.
All right, that's cool.
But yeah, like what Whitney is speaking to a lot of people who have gotten into Star Wars and who are coming into it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, this universe is so massive. This is what Star Wars is about. And that's honestly what I think they're trying to do with The Mandalorian that made the film so off-putting to people because there was such this huge tapestry. And it seemed depressing to a lot of people.
Trying to get to people's comments. Baby Toshiro says, the best shows for me this year, Mandalorian, Raised by Wolves. Okay. Everybody Loves Chris. Watchmen is very high on the list.
Oh, I forgot about Everybody Loves Chris. That's an throwback.
Yeah. A lot of people have been...
Because everybody hates Chris.
It is Everybody Hates Chris.
All right.
Unless
we knew what you meant, unless it's a different show. I don't know.
But yeah, Whitney is the new, I don't want to say new face of Star Wars, but Whitney is the common theme we've seen with people who are getting into the show and into this fandom through someone else because of The Mandalorian. Yeah. Like Joey was able to say, that's who this is. Mm-hmm. And then she's able to put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh, I do like this. And she doesn't have to watch every bit of Star Wars, and that's something we have to be as fans. Yeah. And I say this to the chat because we have a bad habit of being those. Well, actually, because I've done it. I'll be the first. Let people enjoy. So I say to those people, some people hate the prequels. Guess what?
That's what Lauren. I think Lauren said that prequels are trash.
But this is the thing. Just like Whitney, some people, just like Whitney, was brought in by The Mandalorian. That's somebody's first introduction to Star Wars.
What's his name?
George Lucas?
No.
Dave
we call him Krieger. It's not his actual name.
Krieger? Philip!
Yes, Philip. Friend of the show, Philip.
Yeah.
He used to work here, now works, or he lives in New York now.
Yeah.
He always said he enjoyed the prequls because those were like the first things to Star Wars for him. So.
And that's the thing. Whitney, have you what, 25?
Oh, thank you. No, I'm 29.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yeah.
No way. I don't believe that.
I'll take it!
Millennials... If you remember, millennials are right around Whitney's age are the people who watch the prequels. Mm-hmm. And they're coming of age. And so they're actually saying, look, don't trash our Star Wars. Each individual junction point is somebody's entry into this fandom. Yeah. And we have to embrace and say, you know what? Let them have that. And we always say this. Hate it when it comes out. Watch it. If it's not for you, then don't knock it. Don't trash somebody because they like something just because you don't like it. Mm-hmm. And we have to stop being gatekeepers. And
So I'm wondering, do you think that they're going to I'm wondering if they're going to redo this, because I feel like, again, I don't know, so correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like they just keep adding on to the Star Wars story. Do you think they're going to go back through and like redo everything from the beginning? You know, because everybody wants to freaking remake all of the old classics. Like everything's getting remade now.
It's interesting that you say that. I think Star Wars is above that, where they have so much stuff now. They're just going different directions.
They remade Lion King.
Yeah, they're not remaking Star Wars just because they're not.
It's just too deep. You think it's just because that would be a lot of remaking.
Because I think the stories are so ingrained in people now.
And the difference between Lion King and some of these other things, it's a living universe. Yeah. In other words, you have a beginning, middle, and an end. So everything. So the Star Wars starts at episode 4, 5, and 6. That nucleus is what makes Star Wars, and everything branches out from those 3 original movies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not going to do like, I'm telling y'all right now, don't get attached to anybody in Marvel, because eventually it's going to all get rebooted. They're going to have a new Captain America, because that's how comics work.
Right.
Where same thing with James Bond. You have a new James Bond because that's the franchise and how it works. Star Wars is different in the sense of they're not recasting and redoing those 3 movies.
I'm telling y'all, I could see, maybe not now, but I could see in like 15 years, somebody being like, we about to remake. I mean, but also think about the amount of remakes that have come out just this year alone, whether it's a television series or it's a movie. Like, they're freaking redoing all of the Disney movies.
I'll tell you right now, I will say this to everybody who thinks it's going to get done. I would put my...
Don't put anything important.
No, Michael's life, that they are not remaking Star Wars.
You are not allowed to do that.
He does that a lot. Yeah. He does that a lot.
Yeah.
That ends today.
In the next 30 minutes, I'm going to bet your life in a second.
That ends today. There will be no betting of lives here, okay?
Yeah, my life is bet a lot.
I'll be very interested to see if they do that.
You know what? I want to see when, like, remember in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Death Came Up, which bet would actually be the one where he's like, come on.
That's the one.
He's like, come on, time to roll, Michael.
Yeah,
I'd be like, which one was it?
I haven't seen that in a minute. It'll be very interesting to see what happens, though.
What was I going to say? Oh, we got to talk about this other stuff.
Cool.
Whitney, you're welcome to stay if you want.
I probably need to go back to work.
I mean, do what you want.
Y'all, it's been fun.
Lauren said, what about Michael's kids? They need him.
Exactly.
Lauren, why would you? That's not. Wow. That's what we're doing. Okay.
Bravo.
That's so good. On that part.
I recommend. You got Disney Plus?
Yes, I do.
I recommend, just if you like The Mandalorian, watch the Clone Wars. At least watch that.
I heard everybody get got in that one.
No, it's actually pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it starts off a little hokey. Season 1 and 2 are
now, when you talk about Clone Wars, you're talking about the
cartoon,
the CG show.
The CG show.
So not the movie.
Oh,
not
okay, I'm gonna do that. Ray Sean wants to know how many kids does Michael have,
2.
and I'm gonna see y'all later.
Yep.
It's just a joke. Thank
For
you
people
guys.
who don't know, I don't have any kids, but people like to say that because...
Don't say people. Say a former person who used to run the newsroom.
But you continue it, so it is people. So is Lauren. So it is people.
That's per son.
You gonna go this way?
Wait, so y'all caught me tripping? That was on here too?
Yeah,
maybe.
probably.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a representation of what 2020's been like. All right, bye friends. Thank you so much.
Later.
Yeah. Just go to one
place.
There we go.
That's the kind of show we run.
Yep. Purely unprofessional.
But that's what we're known for.
Man.
All
right, take this out now. We got the 6 feet distance.
Okay.
I need y'all to stop making these kids that don't exist in the world.
I love it.
Especially after I saw the Coming to America trailer. I don't need that in my life.
Oh, you know what? I still hadn't watched that yet.
You should see it.
I still haven't watched it. Also, where's Avery? I meant to talk to him about that yesterday. I have watched that.
Things?
Yes, I have watched.
That was a very good trailer.
Son, I've watched that trailer 3 times now.
I think Avery is just tired of Denzel being a cop. Me personally, I love Cop Denzel. I think Cop Denzel.
I love Denzel. So
yeah.
Denzel could be a white supremacist, and I'd still watch it.
I would watch that movie.
See what I'm saying?
Let's see what he's gonna do.
Especially when he gets that. So what you? I mean, come on.
So what are we talking about? Cyberpunk.
Let's go with Cyberpunk. Let's start there.
All right. You got questions for me? How are we doing this?
So let's start with the beginning. Cyberpunk finally came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was pushed back 4 times.
Who knows?
It was originally meant for
a game that started news in 2012.
Yes, it's an 8-year-old game.
Yeah.
It's been in development for 8 years.
Yeah.
It finally came out. It was originally meant for.
Don't do that, David Cooper.
What did he say?
He said, "Dad, don't do that."
Wait, how old is David Cooper?
For real? What?
So it came out. Hey,
Durain, what's up?
It came out this year. What, December 10th?
Yeah, December 10th.
Came out December 10th. It was originally meant for current generation consoles. So that would be PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
It made so much money in pre-orders that they made all their money back.
Yeah, despite all the bad press.
Well, we hadn't got there yet.
Okay.
So we're just laying the foundation.
Okay.
The game came out. Pre-orders sold like gangbusters. And then the bottom dropped out.
Yeah. When they gave out the pre-order or the review copies to press, they only gave out PC versions.
Correct.
People asked for console versions, and they said they weren't doing that.
They were very curated about what they showed from those consoles.
They couldn't show any footage. The press couldn't show any footage that they had captured themselves.
Yes.
They had to essentially get documents that were already video released or already made by CD Projekt Red.
IGN was hot about that too.
Yeah. Then I guess a day later, well, probably hours later, once people started playing, they realized, the PS4 base and Xbox One run horribly.
Yes.
Glitchy, super buggy. Textures load in or pop in at extremely inopportune times. Doesn't look great. Has like
corrupted save files.
And that even continues even on the PC version.
Yes.
Depending on how big your save file.
Save file has to be below 8 megabits.
Yeah.
Or megabytes? Is it?
Bytes.
Yeah.
Right.
I said bits, didn't I?
Yeah.
Like little bits. You remember that from Rick and Morty?
What was I gonna say?
Little bits.
I hate you. Yeah. Is that?
What?
Is that? Yeah, I think that's it.
Nah, there's more, isn't
No. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Okay. Because I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. You got me a little bit.
I didn't mean to. Hey, Goof, first timer. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Welcome. Everybody say welcome to Goof. Or is it Golf?
I feel like that's Goof.
Okay.
Shorter for Goofy.
Just making sure. So the game came out. And it's funny because we've actually reversed where I was so excited for this game. I have actually calmed down. I did not buy it day of. You actually pre-ordered and got the Xbox.
So I got the Cyberpunk themed Xbox One X, which came with a copy of whenever it came out of Cyberpunk. So I played it about maybe 5 hours now. Maybe 3 to 4 hours. It's okay. It is not the greatest game ever made, as people thought it was going to be. I don't think so now. I haven't run into any game-breaking bugs yet, but again, I've only played 3 to 4 hours. I haven't even got past the prologue yet. I'm still kind of doing all that stuff.
Okay.
I'm enjoying what I've played so far. It kind of does have some jank, like any open world game does, like a Fallout. To me, it kind of feels like a futuristic Fallout game, a cyberpunk Fallout game, more than, I don't know what the RPG I was expecting, but that's what it feels like. And I'm enjoying it. I like the story so far. I don't like the gunplay of it, and I think that might be because
I've heard a lot of people complain about that.
I don't know if it's because I'm not a big fan of first-person shooters anyway. I don't have the reflexes for it, so I'm a little bit slower on taking people out. But also, I don't know if it's because I haven't expanded to get more of his arsenal and upgrades yet. I do like the hacking in the game a lot. That's a lot of fun, and just kind of walking around doing whatever. That's kind of the main reason why I haven't really gotten through the prologue, because I've kind of been walking around. I'm gonna street fight this person. I'm gonna go get this bounty. I'm gonna hack this person. So that's what I've been doing. But I like it.
Somebody asked, what about the PS5 version? If you have a next-gen console or a high-grade PC, you did not have as many of the problems as a current-gen person. The reason why people are upset is because the game was not meant for next-gen consoles. It was originally meant for this current generation. And IGN, I can't remember what the guy's name is, and they did a very good job of breaking this down.
Oh.
What?
IMAX says they knew in terms of what CD Projekt Red knew.
A lot of people
What gave
believe.
me concerns was Mike Pondsmith. That's the guy who created the original Cyberpunk. Mike Pondsmith stopped making appearances for it, which was I didn't think about that until you said that.
Yes, he did. And a lot of people are mad because you didn't make this game for PS5. You didn't make it for Xbox Series X. You made it for the PS4.
Yeah.
So to hide that, I don't know who said it, that they knew.
Yeah.
is almost, it's so disingenuous. Because I don't know if you guys remember, we didn't even know what the PS5 would freaking look like until August.
Yeah.
So there's no way you can make that right in a sense of you basically lied.
Yeah.
And we have, as gamers, I know we can be over the top on certain things. I know we can go nuclear on certain stuff.
Yeah.
Or as fans. I remember what y'all did to the Sonic the Hedgehog people.
Yeah.
Bullet a whole studio to redesign the main character. I got to give it to him, though. That was funny.
And apparently, I mean, that I still haven't seen the movie, but I heard it's decent.
Yeah, I heard that worked. But what I will say is, I think it is very disingenuous. I think it is very disgusting that a video game company, even though it's CD Projekt Red, who has a very good history of being consumer friendly, to put a game out, a knowingly bad game, on current gen systems. And this is one thing I will say, and I know sometimes people give Microsoft a lot of grief. Bravo to them for pulling Halo Infinite. Because imagine if that had happened on Halo Infinite.
Yeah, sure.
For everything they had going forward.
Yeah.
And we thought it would just be, it may get released in March or whatever. They said, no, this is fall 2021. And I say bravo to them for saying, we're going to retouch this up.
And it's interesting because we got to distinguish between the developer that made the game and then the leadership team that helped put it out.
Yeah.
Because if you see newer stories, the development team is really mad at the leadership team for putting it out. It seems like they didn't want to put it out. Leadership said, "Nah, we're still going to do it."
And remember, they changed the way.
That's horrible.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Not really. At this point, I'm good. But no, the biggest joke is everybody's saying, "Yo, like a great version of Cyberpunk is on Stadia."
Yeah.
That's what's so wild. But they've had so much bad press for Stadia, nobody's playing it there. But they're like, that's probably one of the cleanest ways to play this through Stadia.
But the one thing I will say is they knew something was up because remember they changed the developer bonus, not based on sales. They changed that not based on reviews of the game so there is something that says that there is something to that they knew.
Yeah.
And I would like for there to be a very good write up like Kotaku did for Anthem, because I love CD Projekt Red. I love The Witcher 3. It's one of my top 10 games of all time. However, if EA had done this, oh my gosh, we would be in the streets trying to burn EA to the ground.
Yeah.
With pitchforks. Like, we would be out there, I don't want to say this, but we'd be out there with tiki torches. I mean, it would be that serious because EA has such a bad reputation for stuff. CD Projekt Red doesn't have the same reputation always, but they have, like somebody said, they have tried to make right, but they've made all their money.
Yeah, a Polygon article, it was an opinion piece on Polygon, somebody wrote saying that CD Projekt Red has done away all the goodwill they did from years within a week.
Yep.
Based on this. And I think over time this game is probably going to be fine. I think they're going to fix all that stuff. I don't think it's ever going to. I think they'll probably clean up some of the glitches for the base PS4 and Xbox One. I don't know if it'll ever be completely fixed, but it'll be playable.
I think it'll be completely fixed because this kind of thing happened a little bit with Witcher 3 in the sense of how it was, I wouldn't say buggy, but like how it had some issues.
Yeah.
I think they will fix it. I think that they are in this for the long haul, but I think this was a money grab because it came out right before the holiday.
Yeah.
They're still marketing the game. Ken from Chicago is correct. Bethesda is like, whoo! But I mean, Bethesda is like, man.
Well, Bethesda's fine anyway. What, you mean in terms of because of Fallout 76 or whatever?
Well, because if you think about what Bethesda did, and again, in each of these companies have made a great game, and then they made a terrible game. Same thing with BioWare. Remember what BioWare did with Andromeda? I mean, and you look at some of these games, they have all made great, world-changing games. And then they put out some cash grab stinker, right now, CD Projekt Red is now the standard. I remember when No Man's Sky came out. A lot of people compared the two. The difference was No Man's Sky wasn't buggy. It just didn't have a lot in it.
Yeah.
But look at where No Man's Sky is.
They just won an award for best ongoing game or continuing game.
So yeah, it can be fixed.
Yeah.
The problem is, will people trust you?
Yeah.
And that's what they did right now. What they did was they broke people's trust, and gamers never forget. I mean, people are still upset with Fallout 76. Mm-hmm. People are still upset over Battlefront and EA. I mean, EA could never EA could make the greatest game of all time, and somebody's still gonna bring up it's still EA.
Yeah.
Loot boxes.
Yeah. To answer some of the other questions, well, actually throwing this out to I don't know, D Diesel and Brian Gamer. Have you guys jumped back into Avengers? Just curious.
Oh, that's another one.
That one doesn't sting as much for me. Just as the more I played it, I still enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I would say it is a game that doesn't feel. I mean, it does feel finished, but there's not a lot of in-game material in Avengers. I've already gone through all of the Kate Bishop stuff, her story content. Mm-hmm. I haven't leveled her up to level 50 yet, or gotten all of her. I haven't gotten her gear level up to 130 or her power level to 50, but her campaign content is done, and that took me maybe 2 hours. So I say that to say, if you guys haven't played it yet, maybe wait until Clint comes out and you have more Hawkeye stuff. So I don't know.
That's another one that did not reach expectations. It's funny because I was with you. I thought Cyberpunk, when it came out, Game of the Year, I was like, I called it, and I was like, whoa. Mm-hmm. I literally was blown away. And what I will say is, Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of people, I'd say I'm one of them, slept on that. And look at that game. Control has made more money now than before. And they have the next gen update coming out in February.
Yeah.
Last of Us, a lot of people, very divisive game, but it sold gangbusters.
Yeah.
2020 has been a very interesting year for games. I'm really interested to see 2 years from now what happens, or at least a year from now, what happens with these cross-generational games. So you've mentioned a lot of these games that are made for both consoles.
Yeah.
Some of them look okay. Gotham Knights,
Mm-hmm.
you brought that up. The textures, it looks like a PS4 game.
Yeah.
How is it going to run on either one of these? We know Suicide Squad is another year, at least 2 years out.
Yeah, and that one wasn't announced for both consoles,
Yeah.
so that's probably.
But we know Gotham Knights is.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite. What's another one? What's another?
Well, it's always a thing of art direction too, as we kind of just jump all over the place, because we've talked about this before in the past. Say what you want to about Nintendo about not being next gen, their games still look timeless. Like Mario, the newest Mario Kart still looks great. Breath of the Wild still looks great, and they're running on Switch, which was underpowered hardware even when the PS4 and Xbox One came out. But I mean, you get a good art direction that can carry you a long way.
And it works.
Yeah, that's true.
You make a game that works. I'm not saying it doesn't matter what it looks like, but look how long people are playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
So it's not just the graphics. It's whether or not you have the community that supports and likes your game, and does it work.
Yeah.
I know we beat down Cyberpunk a little bit because it was one that I was very happy for. I admit that was because I love that genre.
Shameless plug for videos on our YouTube channel. We did at the beginning of this year, top 5 games and top 5 movies we were looking forward to. That was one of his 5 for Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk and a game that never came out.
What was the other one?
Dying Light 2.
Oh, was that one of your things?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I would say that was one of my big games. I loved Deus Ex, the video game. I really enjoyed that genre. So having a big AAA game that was going to live in that world was it was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
I'm, as much as 2020, there was a lot of good things. My question now is, what's next for these consoles?
Which consoles? Like the ones that are out, like PS5 and Xbox One X?
No, PS4 and Xbox One. Like what?
I mean, they probably still got 2 or 3 more years.
Well, I guess, but my question is, what's next? Like, do you stop? Like, when is the cutoff going to happen when they're going to be like, yeah, we're not making this for your console?
Oh, I think because the PS4 has 100 million install base, it's going to be 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
I think you're probably going to get at least 2 more Maddens on there.
Oh,
you're going to get Just Dance forever because Just Dance is always coming.
They're still making those?
Yes.
Did not know that.
I think they just now stopped making Just Dance for Wii last year.
Oh.
Not Wii U, but the Wii. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you got a large base, they'll keep making
I guess I wondered how this would affect these console games going forward when they do the cross-gen. Because a lot of people had or have, like you said, a PS4, PS4 Pro. Mm-hmm. And this game was supposed to work on that console. It wasn't meant for, so it wasn't like this was a game that was meant for, and they downgraded it. It was built on this architecture, supposedly. So,
Brayshawn K said, I just bought Just Dance 2021 for my daughter for Christmas. Just Dance is a fun game. I will say Dance Central is better, but Just Dance went out.
Okay.
Nobody cared about Dance Central.
I never played them.
Yeah, there we go. You have no heart.
That's partially true.
You go.
Just admitted I'm not in touch with my feelings on it.
Yeah.
So I cannot disagree with that statement. 2020, man.
There we go, Brian Gamer. I knew you were cool. Dance Central, fantastic.
What hit you the most this year, nerd-wise?
I really fell in love with Animal Crossing, and I got into that party late because everybody came out in March. Mm-hmm. People loved it during the pandemic. I didn't get it till my birthday in July, and I still play that game at least 20, 30 minutes a day. Just kind of, it's a nice routine game that has routines. It almost has, people say they're chores, and I guess they are, but it's something nice to do, to continue to do over and over. And it's kind of a meditative, therapeutic experience almost of just doing something over and over, something routine that you have control over. So that's probably for me, Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
For me, the thing that got me was, I'm gonna say the last season of Clone Wars.
Okay.
That was, I mean, a lot of people would say it with Chadwick Boseman. That hit me in a different way.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, we're the same age, we're from the same state, we have nowhere close to the same talents. I'm not even gonna try to. Nah. But Clone Wars was a culmination of watching that show and like so many different emotions. Yeah. Because a lot of people, they even said it here when we talked about, I told Whitney to watch it. People are like, you can skip season 1. Maybe even season 2. I remember trudging through that show.
I'm still trying to get through Clone Wars.
And it is, in those seasons, it's important to learn who those characters are, but it doesn't get to its, like, great arcs. The seasons are very uneven. Yeah. So there's, like, certain arcs that are, like, great, and then there's certain arcs you're like, eh. Again, I say this because nothing against Rosario Dawson, but Clone Wars to me was Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. That watching this character grow up, and then to see, because she shows up in Rebels and nobody knew how her and Rex survived. Like, how did you survive the Purge? The way that show ended, it's very hard, and the prequels tried it and they failed. Mm-hmm. It is very hard to have an existing property, to do a prequel, or to do something that fills in the gap that matches up well with what is going on that came before. And I think the Clone Wars did that. For me, the ending of the Clone Wars, what happened, how Ahsoka's character grew, seeing these characters, they did backdoor, the Bad Batch pilot. For me, seeing seeing Ahsoka's story come to an end in that chapter, Brian Gamer says,
it's almost like the Clone Wars was Ahsoka's story.
It pretty much was. And I'll be honest with you, the Clone Wars, and I've said this before, I'm not being bombastic or hyper. Clone Wars redeems the prequels for me to the point where it makes Revenge, like, it fills in all the things that the prequels couldn't do by giving Anakin that angst that you missed, to the point where Revenge of the Sith is much better after you finish this. And then the Revenge of the Sith, and then going into Rogue One. And for other people, it was going into Rebels and then Rogue One. But that's what the Clone Wars did for me. It made me fall in love with Star Wars all over again, to the point where you're like a lot of people are like the Mandalorian. For them, that's it. For me, it was seeing this character who started out, who was called Snips, and she was annoying and people hated her.
I'm looking at what is it? Ken from Chicago talking about Mandalorian. It's like going back 37 years and watching Luke step off the plank, turn around, grab the plank, flip back up, and wait for R2 to toss him the lightsaber. Yeah. I was like a 15-year-old kid again. Yeah.
And it really was. And so for the Mandalorian to do that for some people, and David Cooper, I'm not gonna lie, it is a trudge. And that movie, it's I mentioned this. Our chief engineer, he talked about it. He's like, it's too kiddie for him. It was hard. It is, but once you get past that, it does work. And David Cooper, it's funny you mentioned that, ran through Rebels, loved it. Clone Wars doesn't hit its stride until later on, but it was so interesting to see those characters like Tarkin. You got to see him, Saw Gerrera being introduced, and then seeing them later on. Yeah. So that for me, 2020, the return of Clone Wars and the siege of Mandalore, it really makes sense now. Everything that happened. And again, I hate to beat a dead horse, talk too much. It redeemed the prequels in a sense. And that's good storytelling.
Somebody, and we kind of asked, what games are you looking forward to in 2021? People are naming stuff out here.
I'm scared.
Huh?
I'm scared. Because I've been swinging and missing, man.
I hope, at least games that we think are coming out. I think the new Horizon is supposed to come out 2021. I think it'll be good.
I hope it's good. I love that game. I mean, I'm Aloy through and through, but I've swung hard for the fences on Cyberpunk, and we saw what happened.
Well, to be fair, you did the smart thing and let them fix it. Because when they fix it, it'll probably be a good game.
But I was Dying Light 2. I thought that was going to be great. Didn't even come out. Ubisoft's, I thought Breakpoint was going to be great.
Yeah, that didn't. Ubisoft focused on other stuff.
You see what I'm and right now, Valhalla's $35.
I'm kind of thinking about getting Valhalla. Somebody mentioned Miles Morales as a game they really enjoyed, and I still haven't picked it up yet because I've said it here on other press plays. I don't want to pick it up until I get at least a 4K TV. I still have a 1080p TV.
That's a Christmas gift somebody's going to get for me. So I'm waiting on that. But the game I missed that I wasn't excited for, Ghost of Tsushima, like I really wasn't checking for that. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, this game is amazing. What was I doing? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm out on, picking a game for next year. Yeah. Because, I mean, who saw Hades coming?
I mean, to be fair, Hades has been out for like a while.
No, what I'm saying is, like, when we saw the trailer for Hades, none of us were like, that's a game of the year. No, you didn't.
Go back and watch our reaction to the 2017 press. How long have we been doing this show? How long have we been the nerds here? I don't know, 2-3 years?
I don't know, man.
There was a Game Awards.
Time is different this year.
I was pretty bullish on Hades. Because it took off this year, but I mean, it had been in early access for a little bit.
And I mean, look at, somebody was mentioned Among Us is not sus. Who saw that coming? So I'm really kind of like, you know what? I don't know. And Zayla Maru, I'm still working through Control myself. Yeah. So I'm not picking a game. I really would have played Gotham Knights, but I'm scared. Everything I pick, I'm like, you know what?
Rosario Dawson made me love alien women. Baby, don't you?
Nah, man. I've been loving alien women for a while.
On that, I think we're going to end it.
Green women, purple women,
I think
women.
We're done now. I don't need to be an accomplice into whatever's about to happen.
Call me Black Kirk. You don't remember that? The green girl in the Kelvin universe?
No, I got it. So this is probably the last press play of the year because we're both off next week. I don't plan to come to this station next week. Mm-hmm. If you do see us next week, that probably means something popped off.
If you see us, the world is on fire.
Right. I'm hoping I don't have to be at the station next week.
I'm telling you right now, you see me.
I don't know. Maybe we might do a remote.
We can. I'll be home. I'm not. I can't
out.
go anywhere.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, it's Christmas. So here's your Christmas gift.
I'm scared to open it. What the hell is this?
There you go.
What is this? Should I open it now?
If you want to.
Is this for Pops?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, it could be for whatever, but I figured you could do it for Pops. Yeah. It's a little light up display case and whatnot.
It lights up.
Yeah. Rip the whole thing off, and then on the end, there you go. You got the little button to test it. There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna wake Katie up. We can put it up tonight. I'm gonna be like, babe, get up. I'm gonna have a hammer and a screwdriver in my hand. I'm gonna be like, hey, I wanna hug you. I'm not gonna cry.
There we go.
I told myself I'm not gonna cry.
All right, there we go.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Tell these people bye, so I can finish this show so we can go home.
Y'all, this has been a great year. For everybody out there, appreciate it. Everybody watching. So I know some people watch this not live. We really appreciate it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Having this outlet has been wonderful. Has been helpful for my mental health, for y'all mental health. I'm glad we created this and we're able to have this.
A lot of people are asking, what is it? It's a display case for.
It's a display case for.
Could be Funko Pops or whatever. Yeah.
For my girl. Do I gotta take them out of the box? Ooh, I may have to.
I don't know.
Either way, I'll find something to put it in. But this has been great. We have been grateful for this. Grateful for you guys. I want to say whatever you celebrate. Is Hanukkah over?
I don't want comics. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it is because Hanukkah came out. Yes, because Hanukkah came.
You can just stop talking.
No, because we did a video on the first day of Hanukkah, and it was 7 days.
I ain't saying that. I don't know. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
And so Kwanzaa, is it Diwali?
The Indian festival?
Yeah,
lights.
Yeah, lights.
I don't know when it starts.
There's 2 of them. Somebody told me about Tarby. Anyway, happy holidays. We really appreciate it.
Shout out to who was that? Was that Kevin and Josh under the?
Oh, David Cooper. Thank you. It's 8 days. It's not 7. Ooh.
That's why I say nothing.
Festivus. Yes, that's another good one. Ooh, before we forget, guys, Lauren put out a track. Go find it on.
Yes.
What's it called?
Seven tracks, I think.
Yeah.
Very good album. Lauren, plug yourself in here in the chat.
Yeah.
Tell us you about your album.
Yeah, Lauren has a great album. She's been taking some bomb-ass pictures, trying to get her stuff out there. It's very personal to her. We really enjoyed seeing people strive, so make sure you promote that. Look for her. What is the thing called?
Done?
No, the service that it was on.
Oh, jeez. Lauren, I know you're still in here. Tell these people.
Yeah. Like seeing everybody do some wild stuff. So if you guys have anything to promote, yep, there it is. She did an EP, L. Nicole Music. Yep, let's put that link in there, Lauren. Let these people know.
That's why you came to the chat, huh? To promote yourself.
Hey, I'm not mad.
I respect that.
So guys, we want to say thank you. Really appreciate it. We're gonna kill 2021. 2020. We survived. F it. We gonna make this work. We gonna kill it. Killing the game, son. I think that's it. Stay safe.
Oh man, dang it.
What?
Lauren, I'm trying to show your link and it won't. Can you?
I'm doing it now too. It said error, try again.
Yeah, it won't let me show the link.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You know what?
Can we put it in the comments?
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
Okay, we'll put it in the comments if we can't get the link to show up. We'll do that.
Oh, I can put it also. We can put it in the community.
Okay, do that.
Lauren, send us a picture. Send us a picture, the one you want, and what I'll do is I'll put it on the community page so everybody can see it. Okay. I got choked up. Tell these people bye, man. What?
Bye, y'all, so I can end this stream.
Have a good one. I said I wasn't gonna cry.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Are we stopping it?
We end it.